Hello and welcome to REginaldesq. I'm Underhook and this is me in my Chi Nu Tier 5 Japanese medium tank. The reason I'm doing this is I've been driving a lot of Swedish tank destroyers lately and doing abysmal, terrible in them. And it's really getting me down. So I decided to drive some tanks that I generally do pretty well in, just to give myself a bit of stress relief. And the Chi Nu is a tank that I just, for some reason, do well in. I don't know why. I've got 2 marks of excellence in the tank, and I'm trying to get my 3rd mark of excellence. So I thought I'd play a couple of games in it just to try and help get that ratio up there. I'm on about 91% at the moment. I have been as high as 94% in the past, but just never quite got there, and went down a bit again. So anyway, I'm at about 91% at the moment. So thought I'd play a game in it. I have, I think I've got vents fitted on this tank, and I've got camouflage net and binocs fitted. I don't know why camouflage net and binocs might not necessarily be the best choice. The tank doesn't really have very good armor. 50 mils at the front of the hull and 50 mils at the front of the turret. Check out the speed of this OI experimental, the heavy tank here. I can't pass him. Look at this. How fast is that tank? That's ridiculous. It weighs like 100 ton. But once he gets to this hilly bit, I start to pass him. But wow. Now I believe though in the upcoming patch, the OI experimental I think is getting its speed nerfed. I believe, amongst some other changes, along with a lot of the Japanese heavies all getting a bit of a nerf, I think. So anyway, moving right along. So yeah, this tank, I decided this is Prokhorovka, or in this case it's called Fiery Salient. Anyway, so I'm going to go up the hill. I don't intend to shoot anything. I just want to spot for the other guys, and I'm a bit worried that it's only the OI experimental following me up here. I would love to have a couple more tanks up here with me, so I might die very quickly. We'll see how we go. I'm hugging the left so that people in the town area can't spot me too quickly. And using this bush, but then I think, I better turn in a little bit, otherwise anybody on the hill will spot me. I need to be behind these other bushes. Going to drive up the bushes and see if we can spot anyone. And we do. Straight away we spot a T-34 on the enemy team. Pretty good tank, the old T-34. Now, for some reason, it's giving me people's names and not the names of tanks. I don't like that. I want the tank names. There we go. So, the T-30, oh, it's a Type T-34, is it? Not a bad tank, the Type T-34, Chinese medium tank, quite a good tank. Good armor. So he hasn't seen me, I'm just here, and I've been asking people to shoot, and finally, they shoot it. I do the finishing shot there, because I think, oh, well, I know I'm going to get the kill by finishing him off, and I didn't want him to back down the hill again, because I thought, oh, he might be more cautious now he's been hit, and, I didn't want him to be there when like another heavy or something arrives, because I didn't want to get rushed. I should have pulled back 15 meters though behind the bush before I fired, because I did get spotted. That was bad by me. Anyway, I'm unspotted now, so I've moved back into position, and I'm just edging forward here because just to make sure there's no one just on the right hiding in these other bushes here before I move out. And I'm going to try and move up to these bushes just here and do some spotting. Does have a pretty good gun. This gun has 124mm of penetration, which is about average, but it's 125 damage, which is probably a little bit above average for a medium tank. Then generally range from about 75 to 110, something like that. So 125 is pretty good. I'm just spotting this guy at the moment, but he looks like he's going to get away, so I decided to shoot to try and track him. And I'm not sure if I got the tracking shot or whether I just bounced, but I didn't do any damage anyway. So now I'm trying to get rid of him because I don't want him to get up the hill, because I'll have to face his frontal armor, which is pretty good. There is a Hetzer aiming at me there, so I start backing up, but luckily my teammate takes care of it, and we get the spotting damage for it, which is great. So I've moved in time. Artillery has just hit the spot where I was, which I predicted. I knew I'd get spotted. So I think I'm just going to drive down as fast as I can and go straight past this this Tier 1. I don't fancy my chances of penetrating the front of his tank. He gets a good one into me. I'm trying to lock my gun onto him. He gets another one. Wow, he's got a fast reload. That's faster than my reload. And anyway, we get a shot into him. Maybe that's not the top gun for that tank, because gee, that was a fast reload. 114 damage and 107. That sounds low for a heavy tank. I reckon he hasn't got the top gun, and that's why his reload was so fast. That's a faster reload than mine, so wow. Okay, anyway, so we got rid of him. That's good. So now I'm assuming Artie's going to be just over this hill somewhere. So we're going to pop over and see what we do. Hopefully he's not waiting for me. There he is. One shot. I'm popping back and taking another shot. I want to try and keep moving because I'm assuming there might be TDs. I've been spotted. I'm assuming there's TDs in the southern map, probably aiming at me right now. So I come back again down the hill. I'm not going to go straight over because there are big TDs waiting for me that are just going to blow me away. Not that I've got many big TDs left, but you know, they've got a Hellcat and ELC and stuff that can sneakily hit me. So now I reckon I'm off their radar, so I'm going to come over, see if we can spot, see if there's anyone currently driving across the open plain or anything. So I park in this bush so I can see straight out here up to the ridge line, but I can't get spotted from the left. I'm still covered by the bushes there. I'm really worried about getting shot at from the left. So yeah, this gun, 12 rounds a minute. It has an aim time of 2.3 seconds. Oh, I'm making sure with this aim, I don't want to shoot too soon. I want to make sure I hit him, but someone else fighting killed him anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, 2.3 second aiming time is also not that fast. The turret traversal tank also isn't that good compared to other medium tanks. The accuracy is not bad. 0.37 or 0.35, I think, with 100% trained crew is actually not bad compared to some of the other mediums. So it probably does have a little bit better long-range accuracy. And to be honest, what am I talking about? Those stats don't mean anything anyway. They're really rubbish. I would say this is quite an accurate gun for a medium tank. You really can't go by those dispersion values they give you because it's more really how often it disperses that's important, not the amount of dispersion it can theoretically get. So, yeah. Now, this M4 has been spotted and we're now in range of him. So hopefully we'll be able to get shot as soon as we crest this hill. And indeed, can we get one before someone else kills him? He's trying to get behind our AT. But we managed to take care of him there with a nice shot. Hellcat has been spotted, so hopefully we can get some shots in this Hellcat. As you can see, the long aim time is a little bit difficult when they're moving. I think that probably missed. Artie just had a shot at him, or somebody hit him. Maybe we did, I don't know. I'll have to look in the after-game stats, see if we hit the Hellcat. That was a silly shot, but he was about to go off my screen, so I thought I'd take a chance. If I move much further forward, I'm probably going to get spotted. I decide to move up, keep the rock between me and the Hellcat, so hopefully he can't spot me. But now he's moved past there. I will get a shot, but I'm exposed now. And I've been spotted. I've got to get out of here. But I really want to get this Hellcat. I used auto lock there with the gun. As you can see, the auto lock missed by a country mile, which it tends to do. Well, one, it was a moving target, but also when you've got a bit of a lag, the auto lock often misses. I get hit by the Stug there. Now, their tank here, the T-29, has been spotted, so we hopefully get a shot on this guy. The slower aiming time is giving me a bit of trouble here with the moving tank, but we get one into him. Pop back so TDs don't get me, pop up for another shot. And we fire the killing blow, but we don't get the kill. Somebody else gets the kill, but their shell must have hit it just before ours. So yeah, this tank has 480 hit points, which is a little bit above average too. Oh, here we go. He's coming at us. M8A1. He's probably got a derp gun. He's probably trying to get into range and derp us, but I think he just shot and missed us. And he's gone. He probably didn't have a choice. He probably got spotted and thought he was going to die. And that's it. End of the game. So it turned out to be a mastery game in the tank, and we got high caliber. You can see that we had a pretty big impact on the game. For most of the game, we're just driving around on our own. It was kind of a weird game. But anyway, that's what happens at Tier 5. So we finished on top for XP and damage, and that's why we got high caliber, obviously. And we fired 18 rounds, 13 of them hit 12 pen, so good penetration on this tank. It's Tier 6, there are only a few Tier 6s, so all went well. Total damage of 1,271, most of it was not actually at long range. We received 3 hits, they all penetrated because the armour is terrible. We spotted 4 vehicles, damaging 6, destroying 5, and doing 717 spotting damage, which is pretty good spotting damage considering we only have 480 hit points ourselves. Made pretty good profit there too in the tank. So, basically, I hope you enjoyed that. I haven't got a mark of excellence yet, but as you can see, my mark of X, I'm at, 92.75 after that game. So it gave me about another 1.2%, I think it added on. So I don't know, a few more mastery games in a row, and I hopefully will get my third mark of excellence. We'll see. Haven't managed to do it on any tanks yet, so I'm trying hard for it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more reviews and gameplay, please subscribe to REginaldesq and have fun.